Hey everyone, my name is Dylan, and I wanted to update you guys on the My Transformation Challenge progress that I've had. This is going to be for the Spring Sprint 2019. I also did the New Year's Sprint 2019. So, to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, January 5th, I just decided that I was incredibly out of shape. I was in the worst shape I'd ever been in. I felt it. I was seeing photos of myself that I was just disgusted with. I was very upset with how I was looking, how I was feeling. I didn't like taking photos. I would try to avoid them at all possible. I hated shopping for any kind of new clothes because nothing fit correctly. And I've been in shape several times throughout my life, from being in the service to being a firefighter and different things. And then over the last couple years, I've just kind of over leveraged my time to other things, and I didn't keep fitness as part of my priorities. And I would just get it in when I could, and oftentimes that was never. And then I would have a couple weeks where I'd be really good about it, and then I would fall off that wagon. And the end of 2018, I just decided that was it. I was going to make changes. So I started the My Transformation Challenge first part of the year, and got on a diet, made consistent training changes to where I was going to go in at least 5 to 7, even 7 days a week. I was doing that sometimes. Oftentimes it was 6 days a week, but no less than 5 days a week. Lifting weights, cardio, got back into some things. And a lot of things started to change. And during the first portion of that New Year's sprint, I lost a lot of weight. I don't know if you guys saw my other video, but in terms of the weight that I'm down total from the very first part of the year to now, I'm down 77 pounds. I started the year at 348. That was the biggest I'd ever been. A lot of people told me I carried it well. I didn't like that answer, and it was like, geez, what am I going to look like if I'm not carrying it well? So I'm a bigger framed guy, but I just didn't like that. So it was kind of a funny thing to hear, but anyways, I'm down 77 pounds total. The first part of the year, I was having results, I was seeing results, but I often got impatient. I would take progress photos, and I was like, man, I thought I'd made more changes, and the scale was showing changes, but I was like, holy cow, I've got a lot of work to do. And I would go to get disgruntled, I would go to get upset a little bit, but I knew that I didn't get this way overnight, and it wasn't going to change overnight. So going into the second challenge, which is the challenge for this period, I was more motivated than ever. I knew that I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to change, and that things were really going to start to show themselves in terms of my results, other than what I was seeing on the scale. I was seeing results on the scale the whole time, but I just wouldn't see them in the mirror, and that's what was frustrating. So I knew that this challenge was going to be different. I stayed committed, stayed patient, and stayed the course, and did what Sal calls right foot, left foot. So I really kept that in my mind. This challenge, I'm down to 271. I started at 308. So that's 37 pounds that I'm actually down for this specific challenge. And a lot of that has been, I'm really seeing the results in the mirror. I see it in my face. I see it in photos. I see it in how I feel it in how my clothes fit. There's been a lot of different things that I've been able to feel, and not just, I mean, overall, like mentally. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm clearer. I sleep better. There's a ton of different benefits that I see just in my day to day. I have more energy. But a lot of that has happened in this second challenge. So being able to tell people that, if you are out of shape and you are wanting to make changes, they definitely don't happen overnight. Mine, it's taken about 6 months to really get to where I want to be. My goal weight for the entire thing, when I started the year, I wrote it down, was 275. That's where I wanted to be. That's where I thought I would be healthy and I'd feel good. I'm down to 271 now, and to be honest with you, I think I could do some more work. I think that there's some different things that I'd like to do to maybe get down another 10 or 15 pounds. I feel good at this weight. I feel very healthy. But now what I really want to focus on is making the diet changes to make sure that, my muscle tone is there, that I feel strong still, but yet I'm not stacking on a bunch of, additional calories that just aren't needed. So the food timing, the carb timing, all that good stuff. So we're going to make some changes on that. After this, I'm still going to stay on the diet. I'm still going to, make the different changes and still be using the My Transformation app. I love that. The different ways that you can log your food and log your water. That's been a big thing. Some of the highlighting supplements that I started taking this time that because they had just started to come out was the liposomal vitamin D and C. I've been taking that. That's been awesome, to be really honest with you. It's I've noticed the changes in my mood from the vitamin D, the vitamin C. I haven't ever really felt sick. There's been a lot of benefits that I felt from taking both of those. Full Mega, I've been taking that, but I really made it a point to get that into my everyday. I've been taking it sometimes twice a day because whenever I started to really drop the fat percentages in, when like my body started to drop the fat, I started to notice different aspects of my joints kind of flaring up a little bit. I started to feel it just more on my elbows. So taking the Full Mega has really helped me with making sure I could keep that in check and that inflammation in check in my joints as well. Not to mention the other range of benefits that taking Full Mega will do for you. But taking OptiGreens for sure once a day, sometimes twice a day. That's been a big one. The post-workout stack, the Formula One and Ignition, I think that's really been the game changer for me being able to maintain my muscle mass percentages because I've been doing in-body scales, and that's been able to be, I think, the key factor. Like a lot of people will tell you, you can't lose fat and gain muscle, and I haven't gained muscle per se, but I have not lost the muscle mass that I had, and that was a concern of mine, is that I worked a long time when I was really focusing on staying in shape to get the muscle mass that I carry, and I didn't want to lose a bunch of that trying to basically get my fat percentages down. So being able to take that post-workout stack has helped. It's helped with my soreness. I did 75 hard as well. I'm on day 70 as of today. And so that was awesome to be able to piggyback the spring sprint challenge along with 75 hard. That was awesome to be able to pair those together. And to be honest with you, it worked out really well. So I've really enjoyed that. I want to say thanks to everybody at First Form, the coming out with the app, coming out with the update for the scanning. It's been an amazing way to, track everything. A lot of my diet stuff looks the same throughout the day. So there was days where I was scanning in every meal that I had and logging that. Then there was other days where I would log in 3/4 of my meal knowing that nothing was going to change from yesterday. So to be honest with you, I didn't really use the scan feature, the logging feature every single day, but I knew that from yesterday to today to tomorrow, my meals were virtually the same exact thing. So, I knew that my macros were still being hit. I've made it now to where I'm logging all my meals all the time because trying to keep the muscle mass that I do have, I want to make sure that my macros for my protein are being hit consistently and that there's no fluctuation in that, because I think that's where my muscle mass will start to dwindle, is if I'm not getting in that protein. So I'll be reaching out to Coach Jeremy and figuring out more about how to maybe make those tweaks. I don't want to say the off season because that sounds kind of silly, but whenever we're not in middle of a challenge, and see what his advice is on that. But I want to thank you guys at First Form. I want to thank everybody that just all the hard work that you guys do, the updates within the actual My Transformation Facebook group. I just hope that everybody's continuing to kill it and that everyone's doing well. Especially anybody out there that is starting this and they're not seeing the results that they felt that they should be seeing in the beginning. I'm a true testament to the fact that you're not going to see everything right away in the beginning, even 2-3 months into it. I was frustrated with my results at 3 months, even though I could see the results coming into play. But it took a while for me to really feel the results and see the results that I wanted. It was this second challenge that really drove that home. So I know I'm not done. I have a lot of work to do. We'll play with maybe getting down to like 260, 250. We'll see. Size myself up to Andy and see what 260 looks like to his 260, and we'll play with that. So anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support, and we'll see you on the next challenge.